Hello again. Hey, Fire Agate Mark here. I got some stones mixed up. There's some Deer Creek. Hey, Fire Agate Lilly. There's some Deer Creek, there's some Slaughter Mountain, and there's some Mexican Aguascalientes. Um, Unfortunately, sometimes during a move, they will get all mixed together, so I'm going through a lot. I figured this is a good opportunity. We can go through it together and figure out and see if we can figure out which one is which. And then, let's see, I've got a little spot for some Imperial if that comes up, and then some Aguascalientes, the Slaughter Mountain, and the Deer Creek. And then, if we can't identify it or don't know what it is, I'll just go in there, and then we'll do it later. All right, let's go through some, and that way, maybe, hopefully, I can help show you some characteristics that'll help you identify it when you're grading it and when you're separating it out, just in case it's all mixed up. All right. Let's see if we can start picking some pieces out. This here's a good example of this type of stone. Lots of banding, lots of ridges, this kind of stair-step look. This is all the chalcedony and the way it's layered and formed. Agate is just stacked layers of stone. It's layer after layer. So sometimes different pieces will come together. So this one has several different stones in different places. It's going to be a bear to cut something this large. In reality, you'll wind up with 4 or 5 smaller stones, ring stones, pendant stones, that thing. So you see how the plates came together in different ways and at different angles. So it's kind of a bear to cut, but the color is often worth it. Any guesses as to what this is? This one is Deer Creek. So Deer Creek has that stepped look. Deer Creek. Let's see. Here's another classic. So I like this one because the chalcedony has these pillowy formations. It looks like it was more of a slow pour. And then this host rock, this is a good telltale sign too. While I'm at it, I'll sometimes get in there and try to remove some of the junk rock. It's got some good layers. Nice dark agate. You want to find the dark stuff because it's more likely to host good strong color. And then some dark in back. This one, any guesses? This is Slaughter Mountain. Yep, Slaughter Mountain. Ah, yes. So this one, the rock is going to be a lot softer than the other two. Your host rock tends to be softer. Plus, I've been soaking this for about 4 days with just a little bit of jet dry and a drop of bleach. I put the whole stone, all the stones in that, just to make sure that if it picked up anything along the way, that I don't have to, be part of that. Oh, that's got thick layers. Just thick layers of agate. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. Oh yeah, that one's going to be, look at that. Oof, sure do love this camera. Yep. Alright, so this particular one, if you can tell, this is the Mexican. Ooh, that one's got some really good fire. Ooh, pretty colors. Just saw some purple, some blue, orange, green. That's got some nice layers. That's Aguascalientes. Here's another one that's telltale. More of that cloud-like formation. The way it's stacked. Similar host rock. This kind of common opal on the bottom. There's a little color peeking out in here, a little bit of orange. That's some Slaughter Mountain. Let's see. Bright colors right on the top. So this was just a little piece that poked out as the mud started to erode away, or it got to break away. Yeah, see, I mean, and this stuff is, I enjoy it because if you're patient, you can actually clear it up and see what's underneath there. This is Aguascalientes, or the Mexican fire agate. The host rock is going to be a dead giveaway. Let's see if we can find a piece with more of the chalcedony formation. Let's see. It is fairly unique. There we go. So back with this, I mean, you could almost see these cloud-like pillows like you would in Slaughter Mountain, but the coloring's off. And it's still a little bit rigid like Deer Creek would be. But this was a very active spot geologically. I mean, look, the color starts at the very bottom, and then it's castled. There's some green, some orange, just beautiful. Layer. Just, there's more than 100 good layers between here and there, all that have that good color potential. And that goes, oh yeah, that's a big old, look at the size of my thumb. That's a big old plate on the back too. Yeah, that's why I really love Aguascalientes. I've heard people say, oh, Slaughter Mountain, Deer Creek, they're all wonderful. They all have their own qualities. But for these metallic colors and those just electric colors, Aguascalientes happens to be my favorite. Let's see. All right, there's a big old piece. Any guesses? Here's another one of those telltale signs or things that you'll see repeatedly. You'll see this rose-shaped pattern, and these like snails or these roses, and how it looks like this rough lava flow. Yeah. This is Deer Creek. Deer Creek. Yeah, let's see. Any guesses? Again, more pillow-like, billowy formations. Back to Slaughter Mountain again. Perfect. What's this here? Ah, here we go. Look at this. I love this. So the chalcedony on here, it's like almost a quartz base. The matrix. Let's see if we can zoom in on this. Look at those crystals. It's like this dog tooth quartz all over the top. So this is actually a real pleasure. I mean, this makes, look at that green under there. Right under there. Boy, that's instant. And the way it deposits, there's a lot of potential for moisture and different minerals to be deposited into the agate. So you can tell from the bottom, these are going to be different lobes. It's still going to be a good sized stone, both of them. And then which layer do you pick? Look at that beautiful orange, the green. This starts way at the bottom and then just goes up to the top in layers. So that can be challenging, trying to figure out where. Oh, Aguascalientes, just in case. Mexican fire agate. Oh boy. we go. Oof, that's nice. More of that cloud-like. You can see a little potential for red at the bottom there. If it turns out to be a true red, that could be a bronzy color or a coppery color. So that's just mid-grade because it's not showing any bright colors right now. That's the agate layer. But yeah, unless it's proven, it really is mid-grade because that could just be a blip. Anyway, billowy, coppery, or cloudy chalcedony, Slaughter Mountain. Here we go. This is a fun one. This is almost back to that rosette shape. It's a little vug. It's a little like a inside of a geode the way it formed. That's a really nice one. You can see this kind of rough exterior. It's not as pillowy, not as cloudy. It's nice when you get that color change in there. It's dark agate, so that's good. It looks like the layer goes around, so it can be, you can chase the fire. And oftentimes this yellowy, orangey staining that you get in the chalcedony, this is indicative of some good color being in there. A nice rich iron environment so you can get those colors to pop up. But again, unproven. The colors aren't popping out or sticking out. You could window it. You could just grind off the edge here just to expose whatever color might be underneath, and then it's proven. But right now, as is, this is mid-grade. Any guesses? It's Deer Creek. Deer Creek. Here's another fun one. This one's already, it's very similar. You can see that. Boy, that is crazy. Yeah, if you get a chance, I was kind of lucky that my phone quit the time that it did, because I went out and got the new Galaxy S23, and the camera, outstanding. The zoom, just ridiculous, outstanding. But you can see this really nice billowy nature. This one looks like it was an alluvial find. This one's been sitting on the surface for a while, so a lot of the host rock naturally eroded away. And so see, sometimes you'll find it like the Mexican where it starts to flake off. Not as often. Usually this host rock is a lot more solid. But this has been sun bleached out in the sun for a long time. So these tend to have some good color when you do find the right one. There's some dark agate. It's kind of a thin layer. Gets a little bit thicker down in here. That's going to be a fun one. So this, more Deer Creek. Let's see. Oh, there's some nice top color. And that's right underneath this old, worn out host rock. That's eroded away. This is an older piece. Looks like this one might have been one of the pieces where they take it, they dig it up 30 or 40 years ago, and then they'd rebury it. Just because they didn't have enough of a market for it, or they wanted to keep it safe, so they reburied it. And so erosion has done a lot of the work for you to help get some of the host rock off. Let's see. You know, Any guesses? You can kind of tell by that host rock and the formation. This is that Mexican, the Aguascalientes. I hope this isn't boring. I have to go through it anyway, so I figured it'd be a good opportunity. Oh, it's a big old piece. That's some good color right on the inside too. Now this one, I could almost pass for Deer Creek because it's got that jagged look, but it's too jagged. It's not quite as refined. These are a lot more flaky. These come off a lot more easily. There's not enough of it, and then there's more of this like softer mud on the top. Boy, look at those layers. Yeah, that thing's just stacked. And so this one has the potential of making a nice large stone. Or you can break it up into smaller pieces because actually it looks like there's two different plates. Any guesses? Again, more Mexican, Aguascalientes. Alright. And this thing, this is what I like to do. If you get a cloudy day, soak your stones, put them outside, get them outside, get a visor so you're able to see up close some personal details. Find any colors, and then you get a better chance at grading your stones. You can see these colors starting to pop out. Oh, that's purple, green, and so this is more high grade. It looks like there's some blue underneath, some blue to purple. Again, with this kind of jagged chalcedony formation, these crystals. And I wouldn't force it. If it breaks away easily, you can do that, but you don't want to damage the stone underneath if it's still holding on. There's different methods for doing that. But, alright, who knows what this is? Yep, this is Mexican, Aguascalientes. Aguascalientes. Telltale. Oh, maybe a little green under there. Yep, little green under there. Small piece, but it's got some nice color getting ready to pop. Slaughter Mountain. Here we have a very similar pattern. Lots of different layers, so this has good potential. Looks like it doesn't start till down there. It looks a little ghosty up top. And so this is just, excuse me, this is some of the best, this chalcedony, these formations is just gorgeous. Excuse me. More Slaughter Mountain. All right. Pardon me. Yeah. Very similar. More billowy. And then this host rock. Very telltale. From plates. Slaughter Mountain. We'll do a couple more and we'll be done for today. I figured, sorry about that. This will be a good opportunity to get an idea. There we go. There's a little bit of possibly red and maybe some bronze, but it does start right underneath that first layer. And recognize that rock? Billowy Slaughter Mountain. A little more amorphous, so just no real shape or some. Oh, that's some pretty purple coming through. Holy cow! That looks like a little purple heart. Lots of layers. There's very recognizable host rock once you get an idea of what it is. More of that Aguascalientes. Look at that purple. Same host rock. Some thick banding on the other side. It reduces here, but it should still cut some nice stones. Oh, and there's another layer up here with the really bright colors. That's more Mexican, Aguascalientes. Well, that's going to be a fun one. All right. Any ideas? It does look a lot like Deer Creek at times, but it's a little bit more shredded. It's a little bit more shredded than that polished look, so this one is the Mexican, the Aguascalientes. Yeah, just that red rock. Definitely Aguascalientes. And I do have I have large collections of stones mixed together like this. So it's fun to go through and figure out what it is. Because if you look from here, this you could almost mix up and think is Deer Creek. That's why you got to turn it around, check all the angles, then you start to see, oh, it's got more of that cloudy formation. You look for other signs. That host rock can be gone, it might be present, but that's Slaughter Mountain. And then lastly, here we go. Let's see. More of that billowy formation, that host rock. It's kind of broken up. This is part of a plate. Host rock. Lots of layers though. It's Slaughter Mountain. No real color showing. Some mid-grade. Any guesses? Little maybe red under there. There we go. Slaughter Mountain. That's a good one. A nice distinct chalcedony formation on the top. A little more rigid. And kind of that milky common opal layer right on top. More Deer Creek. Yep. All right. Well, this went over time. I just wanted to show you a couple different pieces. See if you can identify, tell the difference between the Slaughter Mountain, the Deer Creek, and the Aguascalientes. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for liking and subscribing. I'm extremely grateful to. Holy cow! I will be doing a giveaway soon. I might just reach into this high grade bin and pick a couple of pieces out. I mean, even the small ones. Look at that. So these ones that break off because of the mud, that's perfect because that's still going to make a beautiful little ringstone. More Aguascalientes. Oh, here's a good one, real quick. Black rock, Biodas negras, the really dark black rock where the bright colors disappear right underneath it. It's a bear to chase, but again, Mexican fire agate, also known as Lluvias negras or black rain, or Pierdas negras or black rock. But that's Mexican. Okay. All right. Well, if you need to get a hold of me, fireagatemark or fireagatemark@gmail.com. You can reach me there. Ask me some questions, or if you like, I'll be posting a link soon so that you can see my stuff as I get some more posted on eBay. I try to get more videos out, so please click that notification bar. We'll get some more videos. Oh, did anyone tell what that last one was? Yeah, Slaughter Mountain. You're getting good. You're getting good at this. Yeah, what's this? All right. You have a wonderful night. Thank you all.